South Carolina National Guard. Want to come in and introduce myself and start us off on this week of preparedness for earthquakes. I want to let you know that South Carolina National Guard, the EMD, and our civilian partners stand ready to respond to an earthquake or any other natural disaster that the state may have. Through our continuous training, strategic planning, and readiness exercises, the National Guard's airmen and soldiers are ready to respond with our civilian partners to go ahead and respond swiftly to protect lives, start our recovery efforts, and to help restore critical services to the state. Thank you. Mr. Stenson.
Thanks, Scott.
Well, good morning. I'm Scott Howard with the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources and the Geological Survey. I'm going to give you maybe a quick primer on earthquakes in South Carolina. They do occur, and luckily they just don't occur to the frequency and magnitude that they do in other places like California, Turkey, Pakistan. But South Carolina does get earthquakes on our years, which shows a little anomaly, but it's kind of evening out now. Most earthquakes occur in three major areas, and the major areas are Somerville in the coastal plain, Monticello Reservoir, and Lake Greenwood. These are the three major areas. That doesn't mean earthquakes won't happen in other places. Magnitudes of most earthquakes, 2s and 3s, not enough to generate a large amount of shaking energy. Shaking energy is measured in a modified Mercalli scale, and most of those earthquakes in South Carolina get about 2 to 3 to 4. Nothing happens. Structural damage happens with magnitudes greater than 5 and shaking intensities greater than 9, and we haven't seen that here in South Carolina since Charleston, and that's another story. Thank you.
Yeah, Kim Stenson with State Emergency Management Division. And Earthquake Preparedness Week is a vital reminder that earthquakes can happen here in South Carolina, and you just heard that. And this campaign, though, is more than just awareness. It's about taking action to be ready for an event that could happen with little or no warning. Unlike hurricanes or severe storms, earthquakes strike without warning. That means preparedness is our best defense. Families should have a personalized emergency plan tailored to your family's needs. Every household is different, so take time now to create or review your plan. And then everyone in your family, in your home, needs to understand what to do in different emergency situations. That's why we're encouraging everyone, residents, schools, and businesses to take steps now to prepare for earthquakes, including knowing the emergency actions, drop, cover, and hold on during shaking, identifying safe spots in your home or workplace, reviewing your emergency plan with your family or team, checking your emergency supply kits, and consider getting earthquake insurance. We're also encouraging everyone to participate in the Great ShakeOut earthquake drill, which is being conducted on Thursday, tomorrow morning at 10:16 a.m. And that's a nationwide drill. And during this drill, daycares, schools, nursing homes, and businesses will participate in the drill to take the opportunity to test their emergency plans, check their supplies, and ensure they're prepared for any disaster. We have several tools here at EMD to help you plan. First is our website at SCEMD.org, which is full of information on how you can be prepared. We also have our South Carolina Emergency Manager app, which has all the information on our website, but in a mobile format that you can take with you all the time, and includes the option to sign up for notifications of earthquakes here in South Carolina if you'd like to do that. And it also allows you to build an emergency plan and keep track of emergency supplies. The next tool is our earthquake guide, which I have a copy here. which focuses on information you will need to know before, during, and after an earthquake, and is available on the website and also on our mobile app. Finally, we have a dedicated website, earthquake.sc, which is an interactive earthquake guide in a mobile format that you can easily access, in interactive format rather. And in closing, preparedness starts at home, and having a plan can save lives. And so please remember, until help arrives, you are the help. Your knowledge and your preparedness can make all the difference in an emergency. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Michael Wise from the South Carolina Department of Insurance. We want to extend our appreciation to Governor McMaster for encouraging residents to prepare for earthquakes and for bringing attention to the risk that earthquakes pose to South Carolina. We would also like to thank SCEMD Director Kim Stenson for inviting us to participate in today's press conference. We value the opportunity to contribute to this important discussion on earthquake preparedness and safety. Even in areas with moderate risk, earthquakes can occur unexpectedly and cause costly damage. Earthquake coverage plays a vital role in providing South Carolinians with financial protection and peace of mind in the event of an earthquake. Standard homeowners, renters, and business insurance policies typically do not cover earthquake damage. Earthquake coverage is available either as an endorsement to an existing policy or as a separate policy. Contact your insurance agent or company to discuss your coverage options. We encourage consumers to shop around to make sure they're getting the best value for the coverage they need. The South Carolina Department of Insurance is dedicated to helping consumers protect themselves from the potentially devastating effects of an earthquake. For assistance finding an insurance agent in your area, contact the South Carolina Department's Office of Consumer Services by phone at 803-737-6180 or online at doi.sc.gov. Thank you.
And now for questions.
First request. The tone was still going while you introduced yourself. Can I have you say spell your first and last name and your title, sir? Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm the Director of the Joint Staff. My name is Christopher Hyman, Hyman. Is that good?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Now, my question for this. Over the past couple of years, we've had, tremors mostly in the Elgin area, what have you. So has the have the earthquake preparedness changed since those events?
Has not for us. Our response will be the same, but I will respond to that.
So the earthquakes in Elgin have noticeably decreased in frequency. The interesting aspect of that is that if these are just the earthquakes that are being registered by the Southeast Regional Network, that means that they can get a minimum of 1.5, magnitude 1.5 reading. So anything smaller than that, that system won't pick up and we won't know about. There are still a few portable arrays out in the area recording. I think they haven't been picked up in a few months, but what happens is they set them out, they come back, retrieve them, and then download the data and analyze that data. They are finding earthquakes, hundreds of earthquakes going under the radar kind of situation, less than magnitude ones, negative magnitudes, very, very small things that no one would ever notice. What would be interesting to see is what is that background doing? Is it in October of 22, when the first measurements came in, there were just hundreds of them. I have not seen any results since, but it does seem like the College of Charleston has been looking at them and seen a decrease in the frequency as well of even the small magnitude earthquakes. So it was a swarm that just kind of popped off. The conditions were just right, and it's just slowly going away. It may take 2-3 years for it to happen.
Are there any major faults running through South Carolina?
The only thing harder than finding a fault in South Carolina is not finding a fault. There are everywhere, but they're not all earthquake capable. Some of them are so old and recrystallized that they're stronger than the surrounding rocks, so they're not very capable. There's the Eastern Piedmont Fault System that runs right through the Midlands along the fall line. Lots of earthquakes occur on those faults, but not necessarily on faults, but on things that aren't mapped. And it just sort of depends. If something is in the right orientation, given the current stress field, just over time, they just sort of pop and release their strain energy, and they go back to relaxation, and they again start accumulating more strain. So, yeah, there are lots of faults in South Carolina. They're not all capable, but the magnitudes that seem to happen, because this is an intraplate setting and not a tectonic plate transform setting like it is in California, the frequency and magnitudes are just much, much smaller.
What has been the largest one's been measured in South Carolina?
Measured, that would have to be probably the Edgefield earthquake at 4.1. The Charleston earthquake was not measured. It has only been estimated on the basis of information outside as the result of the effect of shaking. So shaking felt as far as Chicago, shaking felt as far as there. And what they do is they analyze these reports in newspapers, in old newspaper accounts, saying, you know, they felt this, they felt that, and they take that and they rate it and they rate it and they accumulate all that data and they develop an isoseismal map. And then they backtrack on that isoseismal map and estimate a magnitude. And that magnitude for the Charleston earthquake ranges from 6.9 to 7.2 or 3. Most of the numbers come in around about a magnitude 7 for the Charleston earthquake.
And the other one that you mentioned?
Edgefield, 2014, Valentine's Day.
Okay.
In this age where people depend so much on technology, how do you, let's say that there was an earthquake where it knocked out technology, internet, phones, what have you. How do you suggest that people prepare for an event like that?
Well, one of the things in your emergency kit is to have a portable radio with batteries and plenty of batteries, and those systems have a good chance of surviving, at least from a distance. So that's certainly something that should be done on that end of it. But communications is very critical, especially during an earthquake, and maintaining that communication with the trusted sources that you'll find on the radio will definitely be a good source of information and what you should do.
Talking about insurance, what's a normal price for an addendum, whatever, or policy, or whichever?
So for earthquake insurance coverage, the price would vary significantly based on the type of home. So if you have a brick home versus a non-brick home, that could make a big difference in the price. It could be anywhere from a few $100s up to thousands of dollars. It just depends on what coverage options you select.
That's a year, correct?
Per year.
Thank y'all for everything. If there's no other questions, we'll go ahead and end the press conference. Thank you very much for coming.